I'm here to rant ass and chew gobblegum. I got a bit of a rant I want to do. So, gobblegums in Black Ops 3 were a bit of a controversial issue. There are a few gums that could kinda just straight up break the game. And now that they're coming back in Black Ops 6, it seems they've done a bit of due diligence with them. They realized some of the faults and have mostly avoided the super powerful ones, or the ones that destroy the game. There's one new gum that I think could be incredibly problematic, and that is Wundabar. Wundabar allows you to hit the mystery box and immediately gain the map's wonder weapon, or a wonder weapon. Now, I think this kind of destroys a pretty integral part of every zombie map. You know, there's a lot of setup that goes into getting a map ready to play, you know. That's kind of the whole point of the game, is the chase of becoming as powerful as you can, and then you can start tackling the higher rounds. With this gum, you basically get that immediately. There's kind of been a lot of that kind of thing going around in zombies, you know, with like loadout weapons and stuff. But this is definitely, I think, a step too far. For gobblegums, I think a pretty good rule they should live by is that it's okay for the gums to help you get set up, to make the setup phase easier. For example, like spawning in a double points helping you get more points. However, it shouldn't cross the line of doing the setup for you. For example, shopping free, which instead of helping you get points, basically just gives you infinite points for a certain amount of time. Being able to just open every door on the first round of the game destroys the setup phase of a zombies match, which I would argue is the funnest part of it. So for Wundabar, this sets up the wonder weapon chase part of us setting up a match. You know, typically you're always, every match you go into, you kind of want to get the map's main wonder weapon. You know, especially if you're going for the higher rounds, you basically need the map's wonder weapon. So the setting up a map to get it kind of looks like either doing a side quest for it, like in Origins where you gotta build the staffs, or it can just be simply hitting the box enough until it finally gives it to you. And with that, setting up basically looks like getting a shit ton of points, so you can kind of brute force your way through the mystery box randomness. Now, both of those things become kind of irrelevant when there's a gum that just gives it to you. On the other side of things, if the gum is actually like super hard to get, you know, they are changing how you actually get gums a little bit. Instead of just earning a currency that you can then buy them in like a gambling thing, you just randomly get them every round. And so if they do something like this gum only drops past round 50, so you have to actually get to round 50 before you can get it, well, I think that'd be kind of fine. But there is a kind of an issue with that I think needs to be looked into a little bit, and that is going to be the microtransactions, which will inevitable, and I just turned into Richtofen, which will certainly be coming at some point in the future of Black Ops 6. Like, I think you're snorting a whole bunch of copium if you don't think that gobblegums are gonna be able to just be bought outright with real money. Like, that's, I mean, they even already have the bundle that you get when you pre-order. That will absolutely be coming at some point. And if it does, and this gum is stupid broken, then zombies basically becomes pay to win. And that's something that a lot of people were throwing around with in Black Ops 3, like, oh, Black Ops 3 sucks because it's pay to win. You can just pay to get the gums. I always thought the gums were super easy to get anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But if they are super rare, then that will definitely change. Another thing I wanted to mention was for new maps, because this isn't going to be a problem when the game launches, because nobody will have any gums. But for new maps, if people have a whole bunch of this gum stocked up. In their first match of the game, they could get the Wonder Weapon on like round 1, which is kind of stupid. And it kind of ruins any incentive people would have to try to find the side Easter egg to get it. Like if you already have it and you realize, oh, this side Easter egg's for the Wonder Weapon, who cares, man? Let someone else find it. So I just think it's kind of problematic there too. I have a few ideas that might be able to be incorporated. First one is, like I mentioned a few times already, just make it super rare. I don't think it should ever reach a point where you can use this gum every game, because then you absolutely have just destroyed the Wonder Weapon chase section of a map. It's kind of like how in Black Ops 3 with shopping free, every match was just like cheat code. You had infinite points for 1 minute. It's just stupid broken at that point. It basically just takes away gameplay essentially, and I think that's bad. So the next thing is, it could just be exclusive to the ray gun. I think this is probably the best option if it's just the ray gun. You can't use it to get the jet gun in Liberty Falls, for example. You either have to hit the box enough to get it or build it through the side quest. The other idea I had was, it's basically instead just like an ultra fire sale. So for 30 seconds, you hit the box and it's free. Your next few hits are higher rarity, which includes wonder weapons. It'll always be epic rarity or orange, whatever it's called. And then also the wonder weapon special variant. So you have a higher chance, but it's not guaranteed. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Wundabar Gobblegum. I'm definitely worried about it, especially when it pertains to like future Easter egg hunts and stuff, and like maybe high rounds where it's kind of like you gotta use the gum for high rounds for like speed running and things. I just think it crosses the line of too overpowered, and I was hoping that for the most part they were done with that, and they seemed like they were, but then this gum came out, or was revealed, and yeah. So that's all I have to say. Don't forget